What was it like to have Geis back at practice? I guess there's a sort of an obligation there. He has to practice, I guess, for 3 more weeks or something before they can officially activate him. How'd he look? Are you excited to add him to the mix?
Obviously, it's his first day, so he didn't get a lot of action, but just seeing him back on the field, dressed up in the uniform, and just being out there going through some of the individual drills, obviously, a player like of his caliber can only help us. So being able to get him back and get himself adjusted, man, is important for us. So to get this guy going.
All right, I know we ask you every week, but we got to ask you again the quarterback controversy. What's going on there. Which quarterback right now, in your opinion, gives you the best chance to win?
Honestly, man, I think all of them. I don't think it's truly a quarterback controversy. Obviously, Case got hurt in the game, and Dwayne had to fill in. And then, everybody's, talking about Dwayne and then down on him, but, they don't realize when you're getting ready for a game, especially on a quick week, you only have time to really get one quarterback all the looks. So, I think Dwayne is doing great and growing, and he's taking some ownership on himself to get himself ready. Because, like I said, he never knows when, somebody goes down, you have to have the next man up mentality. So, that being said, man, he's growing. I think Case is doing a great job as well, and obviously we have to get him back from the concussion. So, I think, each quarterback, has their own special traits, and I think each one of them we can win with.
Joined by Morgan Moses, who's presented by Steam Fitters UA Local 602. They built this city. So as you mentioned, in the last game against the Vikings, Dwayne comes in the second half. Now, I only threw the ball 5 times, but tell us what it's like with Dwayne in the huddle as compared to Case, kind of the rhythm of the offense as it compares to Case. Is there a different vibe when Dwayne takes over?
Well, you're playing against a top 5 defense, and it's on a quick week. You play Sunday and you turn around and play Thursday, so you're not, basically all the practices that we're getting are walkthrough tempo practice and stuff like that. And so you really only have one, a couple of opportunities to get your quarterback, your number one quarterback, ready to start. And so, but you can see the difference, man. Obviously, when Dwayne got in there, they started bringing a lot of things that, they didn't against Case, and that's because Dwayne is a younger quarterback and they want him to figure it out. They bring up 7 and bluff 4 and only rush 3. Those are looks that, if you're not prepared and you haven't seen them throughout the week, it can be kind of hard if they're bringing up 7. It looks like it's all man blitz, and then they turn around and jump back into cover 3. It takes more than just practice seeing that. It takes a lot of evaluating their defense. So I think, Dwayne, his poise, his composure in there, he doesn't get shook, and that's the one thing that I appreciate about a young quarterback of his caliber. He hits the ground running, and he just, he'll come and ask questions, and that's what the young quarterback.
A lot of people are saying that he's putting in the work, he's putting in the extra time, and that sort of thing. So then the obvious sort of insinuation is that maybe early on he wasn't quite getting that, didn't quite understand what it took to be in that, be understandable as a young player. I don't know. Is that fair?
Yeah. Obviously, nowadays, man, you come from, you leave college, you come from all these type of different offenses and stuff like that are not totally NFL offenses. So you got a guy that's played in the shotgun all his career and has been reading, plays off of a wristband, and then you come in here and now you got to control a huddle. You got to do these little things that you haven't done in years, probably since high school. And so it takes time, it takes repetition to get these things done. But at the end of the day, I know he's a smart player. It's no doubt that the guy can sling the ball around, and he's taking some ownership on himself to make sure he's ready, whether it's coming in early, staying a little bit late, going over film. He's doing a great job, and I think, the sky's the limit. He just has to keep on putting in the work and understand the process. A lot of people don't understand, man. A lot of these guys that come in from these big-time schools and stuff, they played in big conferences and big-time football in college, but it's totally different in the NFL.
Right.
And it's just different. So he has to get some more opportunities in practice to work with the ones as well. And when he does, man, he'll keep moving forward.
Right. How is it personally when you're on a 1-7 team that honestly, I mean, no disrespect to you guys. I know you guys are all laying it out on the line, but there's just not a lot of hope there. Are you just thinking, hey, man, I just got to put good film out there because you never know what's going to happen? Could have a whole new staff. Like, what's sort of your mindset week to week at this point?
Well, I think the difference between the difference between 1-7 and a winning record is it's a small margin. I mean, we played some good games close, and obviously we fell short. But obviously it doesn't matter what, nobody feels pity on you, so it doesn't matter if you're 1-7 or you're 7-0. You still got to go out there and play. You still got to, you're still getting paid to do your job. You're still going out there to be a professional. So it's very important. I tell the guys all the time, man, don't be that guy when we're on our last drive and we're down by 10 and you give up the sack. You don't want to be that guy. So it's very important for them to keep on pushing through, because you don't want to be that guy that gives up a late sack that doesn't mean anything and you've been shutting the guy down all week. All game. And for Dwayne, man, the situation for him is different, man. Obviously he got drafted by Jay Gruden, and Jay Gruden's not here anymore. So, I mean, the kid's hit a lot of bumps in the road, and I'm not making excuses for him, but it's obviously it's taking him a little bit time to get acclimated, but he's getting it, man, and you can see the progress and the work that he's putting in.
Hey, Morgan, I'm sorry. Have you talked to Jay since he was let go?
I haven't, man. I haven't. Just because it's been crazy turnaround. He's just pushing forward and stuff. But I definitely have to reach out to him because obviously I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him, man. He drafted me. I'm in the last of his draft class here, and that means a lot to me because obviously I could have been anywhere else but here. But he decided to take a chance on me and keep me here. So.